Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta. Hi, hi.
Hi. And as always, we thank you for the opportunity to hang out with us for a little while. We're all about kindness and love, and we want you to take it and share it as we all prepare around the United States to celebrate our 250th birthday. America's going to be 250 years old, and she doesn't look a day over 50. Anyway, happy 4th of July for everyone. May whatever you do for your weekend, you do it safe.
Yes, happy 4th of July, everyone. All right, we're going to get going real quick because we have so much to talk about today. I'm excited for today's chat. But if you are returning, you know what we do. If you're new, welcome. We're going to talk about the teas that we're going to chat over today. And today I'm drinking by the company that is called Lifestyles uh, Awareness LA, and it is organic lemon ginger, supports health and well-being. Can you see it? Kind of. There you go. And today I have iced tea. I made it into an iced tea. So that's what I'm drinking
I
because
almost did that.
yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. And what are you drinking, girl? Oh, I forgot my ingredient list. So usually we like
Yes.
ingredient lists on our teas. Okay. And the ingredient list is all herbal ingredients, proprietary blend, organic ginger, organic lemon peel, organic lemongrass leaf, and that's what it is, organic lemon ginger. All right. And you can tell people, Gloria, what you're drinking.
And I am drinking Numi Activating Purpose Tea. The company is Numi. There you can see it. And this particular brand is the Yuzu Bancha. It is a bright Japanese green tea with citrus. The ingredients are organic matcha green tea and organic yuzu.
Oh,
Simple, easy, breezy.
yes.
And I love it because it's citrusy. And one of the things that this company does that I love is it's cool for the climate. So they do not do anything to make the climate worse for us all. So that's, come on, box. You can show the whole box. Come on. I know you can. I know you can. Ta-da! There it is.
Yuzu. Very
So
good.
as always, cheers.
Cheers. I like my one because
So,
I put two tea bags in it today.
oh, yeah, that's her new thing she started where she makes it a little bit stronger. I love that.
Yes,
Not
I
one tea bag, but two tea
put
bags.
two tea bags. I love it.
Yes. So we're going to kick it off with our National Day. So today is National World UFO Day. World UFO was established on July 2nd to mark the date of the 1947 Roswell incident when a mysterious object crashed in New Mexico, triggering one of the most enduring and hotly debated conspiracy theories in American history.
Very good. And I have also today is National Anisette Day, and you probably don't know what that is, but if you do, great. It is anisette is a liqueur derived from the aniseed, and aniseed is a form of herb, the anise which gives anisette, and that is the flavor is licorice, which is my favorite, and also it has a lot of health properties. Now, it's already a sweet herb, but in Spain, Italy, Portugal, and France, they mix it with a sugar syrup for a sweeter taste. It is considered
Ooh.
to have many, as I said, medical qualities, health qualities, and is associated with various cures that date back to ancient Egypt. So if you've never tried aniseed, go ahead and try it. It is an acquired taste, and I like it. So happy Anisette Day. We also have a birthday. For your birthday, we have Margot Robbie. She is a famous actress. She's 36 years old, and she is known for such movies as some of them are. Barbie. So have you heard of Barbie? Then we have
Hmm.
The Wolf of Wall Street, Mary Queen of Scots, and Suicide Squad, where she played Harlequin. So those are just some of her many movies that she's acted in.
Right.
Yep. Okay, everyone, I'm going to talk about something that has been long anticipated, and it is Party at the Garden. What does that mean? You probably don't know, but if you do, great. But I'm going to tell you it is the party of the century. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are getting married.
Yay.
It's been long awaited and it starts actually today. So today is going to be the first of a few celebrations. This evening at 6 p.m., they're going to have an event for 100 people. Now, this is going to be a smaller event at Madison Square Gardens. And I know that it's odd, but I thought they wanted everything low key, but they're doing it at Madison Square Garden, which is kind of like, doesn't make sense, kind of, weird. But anyway, so number one is tonight at 6 p.m. for 100 people. Then tomorrow they have another one at the same location for 1,000 people at 4 p.m. And this is going to be an afternoon with cocktails, and it's going to last for about 12 hours, going straight through till the morning of 4th
Wow.
of July,
Wow.
Saturday. The streets are going to be shut down. They're preparing for it. Tents, canopies are being put up, and it's going to be top secret as to the arrival and departure and who's going to be there. There are cameras that have been looking at exactly what's going on, and some of the food, just a couple I've seen, is like labels on the boxes, French fries, onion rings. So that's some of the things. Now, Seventh Avenue will stay open during the festivities, but they're saying that if you live there, you're not going to be able to see anything. So, don't think I'm going to go over there and try and scope it out and see if I can check. No, you're not going to see
Yeah.
anything. She's also said that there's going to be no authorized photos, as with all celebrities. So that includes guests, vendors, security guards. They're not allowed to take their cameras out to take pictures. So I think in order to stop that, they may have like, I know some celebrities have like a little bucket or something or a box where when you come in, please drop your cell phones in there. So
Yes.
that's
Or
probably
little
what they're going to do.
pouches so you can label it and you know which one is yours.
Yes,
I've
yes.
seen that done.
Yeah, and we don't, there hasn't been really a guest list of who's attending, but I'm sure I know there's going to be like Selena Gomez, who's her best friend. I'm sure like Gigi Hadid is going to be there. And I don't know who else because I don't know who she hangs around with. Those are the only two people I know. So I guess after the fact, we'll know who was attended. I'm sure one of the Kardashians or some of the Kardashians are going to go as they go to everything. So we'll see. And it's exciting because it's been long awaited and it's called the Party at the Garden.
Yes. Well, like you said, we all thought it was going to be quiet on the down low, like, haha, I'm married, kind of thing, sort of like Zendaya. We don't know if
Yeah.
she is or if she's not. Her stylist, he's just like, oh, darling, you missed that event. Ha ha ha. We don't know. So I think it was yesterday, Kelsey went for a run in New York. Famous celebrities have been seen around New York. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how all of this turns out. I'm
Yes.
excited. And I just hope she gets the wedding that she wants. And
Yes.
please
And
respect her privacy. If she says no pictures, don't try and take a picture. You're not going to be a friend. She'll throw
well, you're
you
not going
out,
to
I
see
promise.
her because she knows all the hiding places where to hide, not to be seen.
Yes. And she had done some fake news to find out who was leaking information. And my understanding is that person got terminated. So don't lose your job. If you got a great job working for her, don't mess it up trying
Wow.
to steal her thunder.
Wow. Okay. There.
Okay. Yes. So now we're going to move on. On Monday, we received some very sad news that Danny Glover has been battling Alzheimer for the past um, 2 or 3 years. 3 years. He's 79 years old, and the only reason he came out to what is that man's name? Lester Hayes on the Today Show was he hopes that his sharing this information can help people. He said that he has slowed a lot. The disease has slowed a lot of his physical movement and his speech. That's why we haven't seen him in movies for a while. He said that in 2022, he received an honorary Oscar. And at that time, he was like, we thought everything was good. He looked good. He had the Oscar on display at his home. He's done great movies like Lethal Weapon 1, 2, and 3. He was in Color Purple. You didn't like him very much in that picture, but he did a great job acting. Um, he said that of all the movies that he's ever done, his favorite is Places in the Heart with Sally Fields. So if you don't know these names, you should look him up and you will love him as much as we do. Um, just as an FYI, so more than 7 million Americans over the age of 65 are living with Alzheimer or dementia or some form of degenerative disease like that. And it's a fatal neurodegenerative disease. So it's not like they can just snap their fingers and create a cure. So when you have the condition, like Danny said, the most important thing for him is the loss of his memories. That's what he's mostly concerned because your memories are your history. And if you can't remember who you are or what you did 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago or hour ago, it starts to wear on you. I've actually saw some of this with my mom when she got dementia. So it is something that occurs. And I just want him to know that I'm grateful he's doing this because they said that most of the victims of Alzheimer there's a high equivalent of Black men. They suffer double the average. So, whatever the total average of it is, more Black men get it. And I had no idea because when my mom got dementia, I was just like, I just told you that. Why are you asking me the same question? You don't even realize something's wrong until it's really wrong. So, Danny, we send you our thoughts and prayers, and we hope that the memories that you have and the people that you have in your life are going to be with you and to support you and to help you keep those memories for as long as possible.
Yeah, it's a really sad disease because it's slow and it's a long one, and it's over time where it's cognitive dysfunction. So it's really important. I always tell people, even when you're young, to take care of your brain and its brain health. It's about what we put inside our bodies, chemicals that alter our brain. So we want to make sure that our brains are healthy. And also we should always be, as we get older, we should always be trying to do new things instead of repetitive things. Like they say, it's really good to maybe take up new hobbies that you've never done before. Go out there, use your brain, read. But they do say that if you're good, something like if you're good at crossword puzzles, don't keep doing crossword puzzles because that doesn't stimulate the brain. Do some new activities. And the best thing to do is they say take up some dancing because not only is that active, but it uses your brain as well. So those are things to
Yes.
remember. And Alzheimer's is the umbrella, but dementia is one of the categories under that umbrella, and it starts way before even symptoms happen. So keep your brain healthy
Yes.
with everything you're doing and positive. We want all those good,
Stimulate.
good serotonins to make our mood
Yes.
a better mood.
Yes.
Okay. Have you heard of a little name called LeBron James? Well, he's not so
Yes.
little, but he's LeBron James and he plays in the famous LA Lakers basketball team. If you didn't know, he's been playing for many, many years. And it's come to a point where now he's a free agent. So there's a lot of speculation as to where he's going to be playing in season 24. The Lakers said this. They put out a statement about LeBron James and said LeBron James is one of the greatest athletes in history. We will always be thankful for his 8 years with the Lakers, including the title he led us to under the toughest imaginable circumstances and the countless records he broke in purple and gold. It's amazing. He's been there a long time. And to that response,
Yeah.
LeBron James said, no, thank you. Truly an honor to wear the purple and gold while trying to continue the greatness and legacies that came before me. Now, sources have told ESPN he may try to conquer new territory. And one of them may be with the Golden State Warriors. So he may be coming to Golden State Warriors. But other reports have said that there's other teams pursuing him, such as Miami Heat and Cleveland Cavaliers. So we're not sure. I'm hoping, you know, Golden Golden State Warriors, but who knows where he's going to go? It all depends how much they pay him and what he's really, interested in, and we'll have to wait and see. But let us know what you think in the description below, where you think he's going to be signed up for. But it's just exciting because it's kind of like, where's he going? Where's he going?
Yes. Yes, it's actually taken over a lot of the conversation right now because Draymond Green had say like a contract extension. And if he took this extension, it would put the cap over to the point that the Warriors could not afford LeBron. So Draymond took a different route, which could possibly open the gate. However, let's not forget the Philadelphia 76ers are also interested in him and the Spurs because he played with I know Anthony's first name, I can't remember the second name, but Anthony used to play it would like be a reunion if he went
Mm.
to the San Antonio Spurs. So there's a lot of who, what, when, and how.
Is it Anthony
Um,
Mello?
Anthony who?
Anthony Mello? No, it's not Anthony Mello.
No, I think it was like Harrison or I don't want to say his
Don't know.
name wrong, but
Okay, I don't know.
he was on the Spurs team. He was one of the
Okay.
individuals that was well that the Knicks beat. Let's just put it
Okay.
like that.
All right.
He was either a Knicks or he was a Spurs, but he played in the final winning. I think he was a Knick because he had the trophy at one point. But the question is wherever he goes, I think if I was getting ready to retire, I wouldn't want to go where I started. He's played with some other teams. So I think they're just throwing names out to get us all off the scent of where he's really going. And that
Well,
is to go home and to retire where he started. That's how, at least in the world of football, that's what they do to solidify their legacy. So
okay.
wherever he goes, I'm sure they're going to be excited to get him.
Yes.
So, as we shared with you last time, Serena Williams was going to be playing Wimbledon doubles with her sister Venus. And then after we did the video, we heard that she had also been invited to play singles. And she was a little hesitant. She's like, I haven't played for a long time. However, let's see what I got. So she played the singles. Unfortunately, she lost in the first round. And the young lady that beat her said something which I'm sure gave Serena a ha-ha moment because she said that she had dreamed of this moment her whole life. And I mean, she's baby. She's a teenager, just like Venus and Serena were when they first came out and they were beating senior players. Now, during the match, Serena kind of hurt her foot. So we don't know if she's going to be able to play the doubles with Venus because the game was supposed to be today. And as far as I've heard, that game has not happened. So we'll just keep an eye on it. She may have to, like, practice a little bit more and they come back next year and maybe they'll still get invited to Wimbledon. I don't know.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Okay, so Gloria and I like to always give you updates, and we like to talk about a lot about these like GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, Manjaro. We talked a lot about that, but there has been right now there is a GLP-1 game changer, and we found out yesterday that Medicare is now being able to cover for people who are eligible, like seniors, for this for one of these drugs. So the drugs would be either Wegovy, Zepbound, and Lilly, and they would cover any seniors on Medicare solely for weight loss, to treat weight loss. It's not for diabetes, but just for the weight loss side of it. And part of the new pilot program is launched by the federal government. It's only in the trial. So this trial is going to run through 2027. And how it's going to work is that you get the insurance through Medicare, Part D, and then you need to meet certain health requirements so they can write the prescription up for you. And
Right.
it's a $50 monthly copay, which is much cheaper than previously. It was like, I think, no, I think that Wegovy and Zepbound, they're shots, and the Lilly is a pill. So it's a bit cheaper, but it's about $50 for the copay. And it was not allowed in the past because it was a temporary pilot program and it will only run through, as I said, 2027. Now, my question is, so after this pilot program, if it does well, they're going to continue it. Because what my thought is, if I'm a senior on this, right? Usually they say once you're on it, you
Right.
need to stay on it. So if they
Yeah, for
stop
life.
the program, am I not going to be able to pay the $50 anymore? What's going to happen to this medication for me that I've been able to get covered and only pay $50 a month? So I don't know if that's going to be that would be my concern.
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking. But it is a big game changer. So hopefully at the end of the pilot program, they will say it's done really well, that we're going to continue doing this and fully launch it for everyone. I'm hoping that's going to happen because that would be sad for people to be on it and then all of a sudden say, sorry, we're going to revert back to the whatever, $150 or however much it was before. That would be hard.
Yeah, I think it was I know when it first came out, it was something like 500, and then it got down as low as maybe 250 or 150. The thing for me, I understand that they believe that all of the weight issues are related to people just overeating food. They're not looking at it from the standpoint of maybe the foods that I'm eating, because this is what I can afford to eat, high carbs, is causing some of the problem. So while I think it's wonderful that people who want to lose weight, like Oprah said, and feel like there's nothing I can do, I'm never going to be able to lose weight, I've tried everything I can and nothing works. How do they make sure that they're not opening a can of worms and all these people start on these GLP-1s and then we find out, oh my dear God, it has something. I don't know if the research has gone far enough to say this is the best medication. It is healthy for seniors and it will elongate their lives. Because I know seniors want, medications that will help improve the quality of their lives, not just give me what, the latest and greatest tablet just because. They really want a solution.
Yeah, I do agree with you that it's not teaching them how to eat properly. What it's doing is a lot of people saying it's switching off that food noise that they always
Right.
have. that they feel is like always, I want to eat something, I want to eat something. It's turning that off, switching it off by switching on that GLP-1 hormone, which indicates that I'm full, I don't want to eat anymore. So
Right.
you're right. It's not really teaching them how to eat, but I don't know because coming from as a health practitioner, coach, I like to educate people so they know for sustainability what how to help themselves independently over time to make the right choices. Why are we eating these foods? What is it doing in our body? So we'll
Yeah.
have to see what happens. And yeah, not just the seniors, but everybody under the sun who thinks I should lose a bit of weight is doing it.
Yeah. True, true. We also want to recognize the passing of Clive Davis. And if you don't recognize the name, he was known as a hit maker. If you were signed from a music studio industry by Clive Davis, you had something to offer. He was known as the golden ear because if he listened to you, so he brought Janis Joplin, Bruce Springsteen, Carlos Santana, Rod Stewart, Aretha Franklin, and the one and only great Whitney Houston.
Whitney
He,
Houston.
he said when he heard Whitney sing for the first time, he said, traditionally, there's steps that you put artists through. He was
Yes,
like, he didn't need any of that. He
yes.
knew right away that she was going to be great. He was 94 and he was the chief officer of Sony Music Entertainment. He was formal leaders of Columbia and Artists Records and J Records and a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And he used to throw the night of, what is it, the Grammys, the week of the Grammys. He always threw a party. And that's how everybody found out about Whitney because she was supposed to be on her way to the party. Everybody was there. So when the news came out, all of the high-end number one artists were in the room and the devastation just blanketed the whole party. So he had an amazing, amazing gift to be able to hear those golden tunes. So your talent will be missed. May you rest in peace.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. He was very, very special. Will be missed.
Yes.
Rest in peace. Yes. Okay. All right. So, you know that the World Cup is going on. Obviously, everybody knows it. And we talked about
Here,
it last
here,
week.
we're the
The
host.
US, throughout many cities in the US, it
Yes.
brought 48 countries together. And I've been loving seeing all the YouTube videos of all the foreigners that have come to the US and gone to all the different eating establishments and talking about them. You'd be surprised. One of the biggest things that I've noticed that they have been talking about is just the quantity of food that we offer here in the US. It's just mind boggling because me coming from the UK, we don't have massive portion sizes. And when I brought my husband back to the UK, he was shocked at the small. If you get soda, the cups are very small and you only get one time. You pay for one cup, no refills. So the shock and amazement that the UK and foreigners are getting, this the cup is already this big and you can get unlimited
It's
refills.
free bills.
Amazing. And you see people going to Cheesecake Factory, Chili's, Texas Roadhouse. Oh my
Yes.
God, it's amazing. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and search for it in YouTube because there's thousands of videos out there and it's hilarious, some of them. Okay, so the US, because we're in the US, they won yesterday because they played against Bosnia and Herzegovina, and the score was 2-0. So they move on to play July, this coming Monday against Belgium. So we are
Yes.
all looking forward to that. So far, as I said, the World Cup brought 48 countries together. Now, sadly to say that many of the countries have to leave. So sad to say. So we have to say farewell to Scotland, some of them Sweden, Netherlands, Korea, South Korea, Panama, Uzbekistan, even Scotland. I'm surprised. Scotland. Did I say Scotland? Japan, Ivory
Yeah.
Coast, Germany, Ecuador, um, some Turkey, New Zealand, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Panama. Those are just some of the countries that are now leaving. Very sad because if you are coming to watch and you don't get to see your team play, that's just very sad. So it's just been this whole thing with the World Cup. I have not been really watching every single game because that's a lot to watch. I've just been watching some here and there, and I've been watching, yes, US versus Bosnia was a great game, and I'm looking forward to the one on Monday. So, if you've been watching the World Cup, what have you been enjoying? And as we're from San Jose, the Bay Area, there has been, because they're playing at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, we've been seeing so many people coming out in downtown San Jose, San Pedro Square. It's like a swarm of bees. They have a massive screen and everybody is there. Um, Pricing for the World Cup is not cheap because I know I have a friend who went and she paid $400 for her ticket. And that's not even like that's cheap compared to what some other people are paying, several thousands of dollars for their ticket. So that's just a little update on the World Cup. Do you have anything, Gloria, to say about the World Cup?
It has been very exciting to see that there's a sport that, while it might not be as popular in the United States, it is being embraced by the world, and Americans are stepping up and loving it as well. I don't know where she got a ticket. Maybe she got the ticket like the first day at $400. The ticket last night in the nosebleed section at Levi Stadium was $4,800.
Oh my,
So I'm
yes.
happy. I'm happy she got to see what she got to see. Now I know there are some satellite locations, and maybe those are more reasonable, but it's pretty expensive there. However,
Yes.
there were 68,000 fans at the game last night when USA scores a goal, and then for whatever reason, the umpire said that goal is null and void, and they took it away, and then they scored again, and so I think they went in at halftime 1-0, and then they scored a second one. The it was great because USA has not made it to the knockout round since 2002, 24 years. So this is awesome. Unfortunately, they got a red card. And what that means is that the player that has been identified, there were two players who got twisted up in each other, and the USA player accidentally stepped on the foot of the Bosnia player.
Yeah.
And what happened is they go back and they look at it, and it's like if you do it with intention and they slow it down where it looks like, oh well, you could have put your foot somewhere else, they're falling. So a lot of Americans and a lot of other countries they don't like the penalty because he can't play in Monday's game, and he is one of the number one goal makers for the team. So we're just going to lift USA up, that everything's going to be good. I always tell people God don't like ugly. So umpires, referees, please try and be as impartial as you can. Just stick to the rules, because Messi, number one soccer player, did the same thing earlier in the week, and they just said, no, 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 no harm, no foul. I mean, he stepped on someone's foot just like it. So
Yeah,
don't let one person walk away and then you do something to someone else. Make it fair and equal across the board.
exactly.
But USA, what did they do? They were singing them um, oh, Country Road, Take Me Home. That was the song that the stadium started to sing last night when USA won.
Yeah.
So they're home, they're doing good, they're truly embraced, and good luck going forward.
Well,
24 years
there's
and
a
you're
lot of
doing
other
better.
teams to beat and a lot of other rounds, so we'll see.
Oh, yes. Yes, we got to July 19th. We are a long way away.
Yeah.
Today's only July 2nd. So, I also wanted to just acknowledge, like we started the video, that the United States of America is about to celebrate its 250th birthday on July 4th. It's lots of beautiful shows are being planned in all the different states. I keep hearing like ABC saying that they're going to be on the air 24 hours a day, telling us all about wonderful things, showing us all wonderful things. So I think that's really cool. Here in the Bay Area, we have the beautiful Golden Gate Bridge, and there is going to be an amazing, amazing um, presentation on that bridge on the 4th of July at 9 p.m. They're going to stop all traffic. And they have two barges out in the ocean. I know it's going to be fantastic. I have a friend, Lily, who's going to be on the top of there, all harnessed it in. Good luck. May your show be
That's
amazing.
right,
There's
Lily. She's going
shows.
to be helping with that.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yep,
what she does, other
yep,
than, she's a graphic artist.
yeah. But I will not
um,
be there. I don't want to be in that traffic.
No, no. And just a heads up, like normally when the fireworks go off, sometimes, like say you're on a bridge, you can just stop and look at it and then continue on. The police are going to be looking for that. No stopping in the streets, no stopping on the bridges. They're going to start blocking off areas to make sure you can't get to where you're not allowed to be. So be very,
Okay.
very careful.
Hopefully
LA is
they
going to have.
televise it or have it somewhere we can find
Oh,
it.
yes, it's going to be televised, but you know how people are. They want to go and see it, but they don't want to pay to see it or get there early. They want to do it last minute.
Yeah.
In Los Angeles, they have Chris Stapleton, Smashing Pumpkins, Anthony Ramos, Shaka Khan. They're doing a party hosted by Queen Latifah, and that's at the
Latifah.
Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. And you know what's really cool? The tickets are $17.76. Isn't that cute? 17.76. So cute.
Wow, that's great. I'm glad they're not gouging people.
Yes, it's going to be fun.
Yep. Fantastic. Be safe wherever you are, right?
Right.
Number one. So keeping in the spirit of 4th of July, I want to talk about travel for this upcoming holiday because it's a big one. 250 years, it's going to be a record setting holiday for travel. Now, they're going to be, Delta says there's already 50,000 flights that are going to be helping people travel around the country, 6 million passengers, and the TSA will screen over 18.5 million passengers. On the
Mhm.
roads, AAA predicts 61 million people will be driving, which equals 85% of all Americans. So a lot of people are traveling this weekend, and even though gas is up by 60% year over year, people are still traveling. So
Yes.
we want you to be safe again while traveling. And I don't know. I don't like traveling on heavy holiday weekends, which is 4th of July is one of them. But I know a lot of people that work 9 to 5, they have only so many days that they can go on vacation. So anytime it's a holiday, Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July, and 4th of July, I've noticed that more people, because it's on a Saturday, they take off the weekdays before that. Some companies have Thursday or Friday off so they can extend their holiday weekend. So that helps them a lot. But because this is 250th, it's a big one. A lot of people, some people have already taken the whole week off. So,
Yep.
yep,
Even though you can't tell with the traffic, because I
yeah,
I know people have taken it off, but the traffic is still, ugh.
yeah. And they're saying the best times to travel, like driving a car, is before noontime and after 6 p.m. So those are
Yep.
the best times to travel. Yep, yep, yep. So everyone, when you're traveling, stay safe again. Cannot mention that enough.
Yes. And make sure if you are flying, you don't put things in your suitcase that's going to get, delay your progress, like fireworks. Just don't do it. Just don't do it because they are completely prohibited on all commercial flights. um, double check and make sure that I guess all of our visitors from all over the world love our ranch dressing. And the TSA operatives are saying, put it in your check bags. Do not put it in the carry-on the plane because it'll probably get seized and taken and thrown away. So we're happy that you love it, but just be careful.
And I'm happy that it's actually Fourth of July weekend and the World Cup is around this time because then other people from different countries can actually like see what it's like to celebrate Fourth of July here.
Exactly. I'm very excited to see what Monday's going to be like next week after we've gone through the big weekend. We're
I'm
excited.
gonna be searching on social media, YouTube, to see people's,
Yes.
videos and things of what they thought about Fourth of July celebrations.
Yes, so true. Well, we're always talking about global warming, and experiencing hot, hot, hot or cold, 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 all the different, flavors of it. So we've got quite a bit going on right now. Wouldn't you say, Rosetta?
Yes, we do. My goodness, I can't believe it. We always talk about the weather and how it's we as humans have made this happen. So there's no more like normal weather anymore, averages anymore, like fall, winter, spring, summer. It's just crazy. The weather right now is so deadly. The heat is deadly in some parts of the US. It's crazy. Like, for example, inland, Pittsburgh. 105 degrees, triple digits. Harrisburg, 110. Now get this, Baltimore, 114 degrees. I mean,
Hmm.
I would say like high 80s, 90s is pretty hot. But when you get to
Yeah.
114, that's crazy. Even Vegas, because
Yeah.
I've been in the past to Vegas where I've walked and seen the whatever the thermometer and it says 112 degrees.
Yeah.
That is really 114. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's
I can't
crazy.
remember how many days my friend says it's been triple digits, but it's a trend right now. It's more than just a day. It's been consistent
It's been
triple digits.
consistent. And it's not just the daytime highs, it's also the overnight highs. Like for example, sorry, the overnight lows for New York is 84 degrees. And that's usually what their normal high temperature is during the
Right.
daytime. Washington, 81 degrees overnight temperature. So can you believe? I mean, I cannot believe how, I mean, it's coming. We really need to, for all of you in those states, be prepared. Don't go
Yeah.
out if you don't have to. If you have to, stay hydrated. Make sure you're covering yourself up so you don't get sunburnt. Stay hydrated again. I cannot say this enough because a lot of people think, oh, it's okay, I'm just going to go out. But you'd be surprised how many people have heat stroke, are just like sweating, heat rashes. Be careful of your
Yeah.
babies, your pets. Now, one of these things that people don't realize is pets, when you take your dogs out, their paws are sensitive to that concrete. It's
Yep.
like, can you go out and walk on the concrete with your bare foot in that heat? It's the same with the dogs. Don't do it. Or put pads on. I would always put pads on the dog's feet. So be
Yeah.
aware of that and bring like water if you're going to go out with your dogs. Because I hate seeing when dogs are panting and they have their tongues out and the owners are not doing anything. So be safe out there. The weather is just crazy, crazy.
Yeah. And it's really interesting because we're experiencing like high winds and rain. And then the next day, it's like the rain stops, but we have raging water because there's so much water that came down with the rains. And we also had last week, one day, three earthquakes in different locations. The
Yes.
one that was most impacting was in Venezuela. Um, the last time I checked, as of I think it was yesterday, they have they have confirmed loss of lives of 2,295 citizens. More than 11,200 are injured, but there's thousands and thousands of people that are still unaccounted for. They the government believes that sadly that number, as they are able to dig through the rubbles, is going to keep growing as far as individuals that have lost their lives. So please keep them in good thoughts, that some way somehow, because the eighth day after the earthquake they pulled a man out and he was alive, and he was so grateful to be alive.
And there was also
So
a 3-year-old that survived 6 days trapped under a building. And they're saying that the reason why there could be more survivors is because the way that the buildings collapsed, they created spaces within the building.
right.
People could, it's very different than how other earthquakes have been. So there could be
Yeah.
more people that could be survived, that could still be under there. And what I like
Yeah.
is that they're using cameras and listening devices to find these survivors, which is pretty great. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll hear more good news of more survivors being found.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's just sad. So we want to thank you for hanging out with us as we, shared hopefully some good information with you all. If you're out and about and you hear a foreign language, say hello. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Our visitors are also in love with Chick-fil-A and Taco Bell. They
Cheesecake
love the,
Factory.
huh?
Cheesecake Factory.
Oh God, yes. I mean, they have so many videos of them, the double wrapped taco, and they pour the cheese on it and they bite it and they're like, oh, I'm in heaven. So, we do have something that people will enjoy. And as Rosetta said, it's going to be an exciting time for foreigners to be in our country on Saturday. And we want you all to embrace it as we embrace you. We feel the love in the room that you send to us, and we send it back to you all, bubbling over. So go out and share that wonderful feeling of love and acceptance with the world.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for that. I love that. Go out and share it with everyone. And if
Yes.
you stay to the end and you like our chats, we would really like it if you would hit that thumb icon, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, which helps our algorithm so we can make more videos of our lovely chats over tea, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our chats when they're ready to be viewed. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And we are Silicon Valley Girls chat over tea, great iced tea today. And remember
Remember
to
to
always
always
keep
keep
smiling.
smiling.
Take
Bye.
care. Happy 4th, everyone.
Happy
Stay
4th.
safe.
Be safe. Be safe. Have fun.